What is up, guys? It is Sam the Raid Man, aka Sam the Star Wars Man. We're back playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We are almost done with the light side token grind, and I want to show you guys some of the insight that I've learned. I'm sure some of you guys have this information or have seen this information, but not being in many Discords or the Reddit pages, I haven't seen this before. I had a very difficult time finding out the best way to complete some of these light side token quests to get the light side tokens. I also couldn't find a list of a lot of the light side tokens. I'd seen the Nooch's farming guide, but I had a difficult time interpreting it before I watched the video in terms of which of these champions were going to be the light side tokens. And his video was great because it's very long. It's 40 minutes, but it does get into who you should use each of the light side tokens on depending on who you're going for. But I'm currently working on the Barris Offie one, and then I finished that, and now I'm doing the Purge missions to get some of the last Inquisitors. But I did build a document based off of things I found off of Reddit, some of my experience, and then some of the YouTube videos I watched. The YouTube videos I found, none of them were holistic. Some of them were just each release. So these were just released. Here's how to do them, which is great. But I wanted to put them all in one page, and I'll put the link to this Google Sheet or Google Doc in the description of this video, and maybe in the first comment as well. So I'm not sure how well you guys can read this on video, but Hera and Sabine are the first ones that you get access to based on release date. To win 10 battles with a version of Luke, and I think the best way to do that is the Emperor Palpatine event with Farm Boy Luke. Basically, the tip is this: anytime you can use a champion you have that's either free or easy to get in a journey guide event, that's the way to do it. So Emperor Palpatine event, Grand Admiral Thrawn event, Grandmaster Yoda event, R2-D2 event, Chewbacca event, Padme event, those kind of events. If you can use these light side token champions in them, that's the best way to do it. So any battles with Luke, that's pretty simple. Use Farm Boy Luke that you get early just to fight Emperor Palpatine. It doesn't have to be him killing people or anything. It's very simple, just 10 battles. I did the lowest level, so it's as fast as possible. 100 vulnerables. This was my first block, so it came pretty quick. And then so one of you guys in the comments let me know that Iden Versio has AoE vulnerable, so I farmed her up, and then she's great. I used her in the R2-D2 event, and that was very fast. That was the best one I've found, and I haven't seen anything better online. Obviously, if you guys have any tips or tricks to add to this document, let me know, and I'm happy to update it for people in the future. When we get more light side tokens, one will be tomorrow. So by the time you guys are seeing this video, perhaps that will already be updated. If not, then soon. And then next month, when the Beskar Armor Mando stuff comes out, we'll also update it then to keep this. That's why I'm using a Google Doc, so we can maintain it and keep it updated. I won't read through all of them, but some of the ones that are a little bit tougher have you can't do one of the events, or there's not an efficient way of doing some of the events. So you have to find a place to do it. So for example, defeat 50 clone troopers with any version of Ahsoka Tano present. It's pretty easy to get a Ahsoka Tano early. And the best place that I saw online was Lightside Campaign 9E. And I was able to do that. Again, if you didn't do the Hyperdrive bundle, it could be a little bit harder, but that's the best place I found. When you click on some of the missions, it will take you somewhere, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best place to do it. So if it's a kind of general mission, so if attempt to inflict purge, you can do this anywhere. So it doesn't matter who you're facing, so it'll just take you to Dark Side 1 because it knows you're using Dark Side champions, but then it doesn't really matter where you fight. So I'm using this in the R2-D2 event, so I'm trying to inflict purge. So I'm going to the R2-D2 event because we can use our Inquisitors. I only have 2 Inquisitors right now, so it's not great. I'm doing 9-ish per fight, but I'm not in any rush. The game that I normally play, that I come from, is Raid Shadow Legends, and that game takes much more time per day than Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes does. So I've got patience. I've got patience out the wazoo. So I'm more than happy to sit here and run it over and over again, especially because it's free. I'm not losing any resources besides time, and I have multiple monitors. So this is running in one while I'm working on the other ones. But yeah, so I'm working on that. And then for the document, sometimes there could be better places. Sometimes there might be earlier places. I can add multiple options. Some of these do have multiple options. Like you can do the Imperial or the Emperor Palpatine event or the Thrawn event if it's, beat Empire enemies, something like that. Something like place shock. There are tons of people you can place shock with, but I tried to keep, from the tips and tricks that I saw, I tried to keep them as relevant to free champions or previous light side token champions. So for example, if you get Sabine and then Sabine does something, then I'm going to include Sabine later. If you get Emperor Palpatine like you do right here, and then you need to place shock, obviously I'm going to recommend you use Emperor Palpatine, because if you follow this list in chronological order, then you already have Emperor Palpatine leveled, and his skills are leveled up. So that's awesome. Kelleran Beck is huge. I'm working on getting him to R7 for the raid. That'll be big. And then in terms of who to use these anomalous tokens for, I am using the Nooch's farming guide. which Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Farming guide right here. I don't know how well you guys can see it. And I'll move myself. We'll make myself real little down here. So this has got the quest team is like in order of when they're released. So again, I'm recording this on the 9th. And then tomorrow on the 10th, we'll have the Bounty Hunters one released. So we get access to that. I'm going to use my Lightspeed token for Bush Leia because I am going for Leia. And then next month, we'll get the Beskar Armor Mando set, and I'm going to use it on Paz Vizsla. I am following Nucha's guide there in terms of who to use these light side tokens for. Obviously, if it's like Emperor's token, you use it on the Emperor, but there's a few anomalous ones, which is a new word that we've added to the lexicon. I am using his recommendations here. I'm not going for Star Killer. I am going for Leia and Bo-Katan, so I'm using them for those champions. So I've already gotten Captain Drogon, and I've already gotten 3PO and Chewie. I will get Bush Leia probably tomorrow. And then when I finish with these Inquisitor things, I will go ahead and get Scout Trooper. So again, I'm hoping this will be helpful for everybody. Some of them are a little bit more difficult, and I think this will help you kind of look ahead to avoid some of the mistakes that I made, where you might have invested in a champion that you were going to get for free later. I don't want you to do that. This can save you a ton of Zetas and gear. And I feel like this just boosts your account a ton. And this to me feels way better than Lightspeed bundles. Because that's just paying money to get instant progression. And yes, you're not getting them at Relic typically, but just getting these champions and characters at Gear 13 saves you so much time in farming, and I'm all for that because this game is a grind. I'm learning that, and I'm excited. I know it's going to slow down, but it's also cool to feel like I'm working towards this progression, which is what the Lightspeed tokens are doing. So anyways, hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Excited to continue posting daily Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content. If you like seeing me learn or you just like hanging out, subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all on the next one.